So after nearly 6 years, the Thulsie twins, of them being behind bars, their trial has finally been set down for the 7th of February. Tony and Brandon-Lee Thulsie are facing charges related to terrorism. Yesterday, the proceedings hit another snag after the Thulsie Brothers' lawyer refused for filming to take place. Our reporter Linda Mnisi is following the story for us, and he joins us live from outside the court now. So if we can replay events as they happened in court this morning to the afternoon.
Well, do you remember that yesterday, as you've just mentioned, that the defense opposed the media's bid to film the proceedings, saying that it would be prejudicial to their clients as well as the witnesses that may come to testify in this matter, saying that this particular issue is of a sensitive nature and that it also deals with the issue around national security. Now, members of the media were expected to make a formal application for these proceedings to be taped. It's also important to note, Dudu, that the defense was against the video footage being taken during these proceedings. They did not have a problem with reporters being in court, reporters live tweeting and reporting on the matter. But today, when we got to court, there was then the decision that was made by the defense saying that, well, they've received instructions from the clients that, in fact, they want to, in fact, have this matter published so that they can prove before everyone that they are, in fact, innocent. So at the moment, they're dealing with the intricacies of how the trial will actually be filmed in court. Obviously, this would need to be accessed by the people at home, by the general public who can't come to the court. So at the moment, that's where the issue is.
Now referring to the issue of the further particulars and getting into the merits of it.
Do you want this trial to go on?
My Lord?
No, you can tell me straight. You don't want this trial to go on. Fine, then I'll tell the JP that councils, they don't want this trial to go on. Wait, just wait, man.
I must be given an opportunity.
No, just wait. Just sit down, Mr. Omar, please. I'm 75 years, for God's sake. You know what? I get the hit from the Chief Justice's office about this case. When is it starting? Why is it not starting? The JP also. And he is going to act in the Constitutional Court, as you know. Right? The media, Parliament, they're all saying things about this. And here we are procrastinating, delaying tactics, wasting time, splitting hairs. I mean, if you can't produce that witness physically, you can subpoena that witness, Mr. Omar. What's your problem?
So, Linda, we've been listening to and seeing a rather irritated sounding judge. What happened in that exchange?
Well, so the exchanges basically are about the delaying tactics that the judge says he seems to be seeing in this particular matter. You've mentioned that this case dates back to 2016, so it's nearly 6 years. In April, the Thulsie twins would have been behind bars for 6 years, and there's been a number of issues that have been involved in the delaying of this matter. Believe it or not, the Thulsie twins have not yet pleaded in this matter, so it means it can't go ahead. But of course, there was another issue that was brought before this court, which was what the judge made, or the order that was made, which was sought by the defense. The defense wanted evidence that the state wanted to rely on during the trial, saying that it had hidden this information from the defense and would not disclose. Now, you would know that during pre-trial proceedings, there would be the issue of the disclosure of what's contained in the docket so that the defense can adequately prepare for the trial. Now, the judge made the order granting the defense access to the docket, saying that, in fact, every single page, every little shred of evidence that is contained in the docket must be given to the state. We saw piles of documents entering the court today, which was an indication that the state would now go ahead with giving the defense these court documents. But also, the state denied the fact that they were hiding this information from the defense, saying that they were not going to rely on this particular evidence. They, in fact, did not obtain this evidence because it was evidence that would be coming from the United States, and the United States did not grant them access to this particular evidence, so they wouldn't be relying on it in court. So the judge has then given both the teams to deal with the issue of handing over this particular evidence this week, and then on the 26th they will come to, of course, conclude that. But as it stands, the judge says this matter has delayed for far too long, and come the 7th, he wants to begin with the trial.
Not an unreasonable request. Linda Mnisi, thank you very much for the detail.